Hey everyone, my name is Wedge. The PAX East Magic panel always draws excitement from players for good reason. Wizards always shows us something interesting. This year though, they showed us way too many interesting things. This video is going to hype you up and blow your mind. Get ready to see the future of Magic over the next 6 months. You better sit down for this, fair warning. We'll start with some insane Modern Masters 2015 news. We already knew that Emrakul was getting a reprint, but PAX brought news of 2 more important cards coming back. The first one, is Tarmogoyf. This is basically a dream for Modern players. The MSRP of these packs are very high, and Wizards is going to have to justify that. Tarmogoyf is a great place to start, still boasting a $200 price tag. It is going to be a mythic rare again, but the print run won't be as limited as before. More copies are always better. The second Modern Masters 2015 bombshell we received is that Karn Liberated will be printed in the set as a mythic as well. Creeping up in price, Karn's price tag is uncomfortable around $50 right now. He needs a reprint pretty badly, especially since he's one of the best cards from a small set. This is the kind of value that Wizards has to put in this Modern Masters expansion for it to be successful. There is a long way to go before the set comes out, but Tarmogoyf, Karn, and Emrakul are all home runs in my book. So pumped for more Goyfs in the market. We also got our first look at the last core set, Magic Origins. One of the first pieces of art out of the set was Liliana before her spark ignited. This is the card that art belongs to. Liliana, Heretical Healer, is 1 colorless and 2 black for a 2/3 legendary creature human cleric with lifelink. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile her, then return her to the battlefield transformed under her owner's control. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie token onto the battlefield. The story is that she used to be a healer. Her brother was dying and she was desperate, so she turned to very powerful, very chaotic magic that she had never used before. It did not go well. Her brother died and turned into a zombie. This ignited her spark, turning her into Liliana Defiant Necromancer. A Planeswalker with 3 loyalty, you can +2 to have each player discard a card. You can -X to return target non-legendary creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Lastly, you can -8 to get an emblem that says whenever a creature dies, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. If you missed out on Innistrad block, this mechanic is called Transform. You start on one side of the card, and then when its condition is met, you flip it over. In this case, a non-token creature you control has to die. Makes sense considering how Liliana got her spark. You also cannot start on the Planeswalker side of the card, only on the side of the card with a legitimate casting cost on it, so keep that in mind. Time to talk rules for a second. You cannot turn a double-faced card face down, which means it can't be morphed. However, it can still be manifested. If this happens to Liliana, for example, you would put Liliana, Heretical Healer, face down and would have to use that cost to turn her face up. During this time, she is still a 2/2 with no characteristics, not the Planeswalker half that you see. I know, it's ridiculous. What are you going to do? Double-faced cards are crazy. Next big announcement. We got some news about Magic Duels Origins. First, it's going to be free to play. That's awesome. Second, everything is earnable through playing, which means there is no paywall to all the content. That's pretty fantastic. Not having to pay to win is the best thing games can do right now. Also, Two-Headed Giant is back as a format. I know that makes a lot of players happy, as it should. Two-Headed Giant is a lot of fun. Another thing we learned about this game is that it will explore the origins of Gideon, Jace, Liliana, Chandra, and Nissa, much like the physical set Magic Origins will. We have a sneak peek right here at Gideon's past. Quote, "Before you took the name Gideon Jura, you were Kytheon Eora, a 13-year-old kid from the slums of Akros on the plane of Theros." Yeah, Gideon is from Theros. It's kind of baller. I can't wait to see the origin stories of the rest of the characters. I think they're going in the right direction with these digital games. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. The last announcement we have is probably the biggest, but it will also be the shortest since we know almost nothing. Want to know what the next block is going to be about? Boom, there you go. Yeah, Battle for Zendikar is here. I know, it's going to be insane. I knew they would return to Zendikar, but this soon? Full art lands, fetches, there were a million thoughts running through my mind. I'm beyond excited. Let me know how you feel about all these announcements. I don't know about you, but the future of Magic is looking brighter than ever. Honestly, how can anyone not be pumped about at least one of the things coming up? Tarmogoyf, Karn, Magic Origins, Transform Walkers, free Magic digital games, Zendikar. I'm just beyond pumped. Leave me your thoughts, please. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Magic the Gathering information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.